Welcome to FRC Media News for Thursday, April 8th, 2021. I'm Keith Tebow. More people are eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine and more doses are becoming available here in Fall River. Most Fall River elementary school students returned to the classroom this week. There's still time to apply for home heating assistance. And what's next for Congress after passage of the latest COVID-19 stimulus package? We speak with Congressman Jake Auchincloss. All that and more coming up. Effective this week, those 55 and older are now eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. The number of those vaccinated also continues to rise. Among those receiving the vaccine this week, Governor Charlie Baker. Here in Fall River, just over 22% of residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine at 19,801, with just over 12,000 residents here in the city fully vaccinated. Mayor Paul Coogan tells us more doses and vaccination location options are on the way.
We were working on some sites yesterday. We did a tour with the people from CIC and Cataldo that are going to be the vendor for the state vaccines. And I think we looked at a couple of schools. We also looked at a church that might work. During the day, I visited DeFario Village where we were doing vaccines there. And we've been going out to the homes of our homebound seniors and injecting them right where they live. So we have a goodly amount of vaccines flying around right now, but we're about to get a big boost. It's coming under what they call equity doses, City of Fall River doses, Bristol Community College doses, housing is getting doses, Health First is getting doses, and we're trying to coordinate the efforts of all these different agencies and these different groups, so we're not, duplicating one service to the other. But there's a lot of different groups that have access to vaccines right now, and we're just trying to make sure we keep a handle on it somewhat. As I said, it was housing that had their doses yesterday, so we'll work with anybody that's going to help the residents of Fall River.
Here's the latest on how and where to secure a COVID-19 vaccine in Fall River. Everyone can pre-register now for an upcoming appointment at one of the state's mass vaccination sites. The closest one to Fall River is at the former Circuit City store in Dartmouth at 479 State Road. Please visit vaccinesignup.mass.gov. When eligible, you can also seek and set appointments at vaxfinder.mass.gov. Here are the locations in Fall River that are currently distributing the vaccine. CVS Pharmacy has 3 locations at 1620 President Avenue, 550 Pleasant Street, and 245 William S. Kenning Boulevard. You can call 1-800-746-7287. Walgreens also has 3 locations across the city to get the vaccine: 369 Plymouth Avenue, 870 North Main Street, and 1512 South Main Street. Call 1-800-925-4733. The Stop & Shop location on Rodman Street also distributing the vaccine. Call 774-627-1226. The City of Fall River is still organizing its regional clinic at Bristol Community College. The college is not coordinating appointments, so please do not call. Appointments can only be made online. Health First Family Care Center on Quarry Street is working with its eligible patients as well as the general public to get vaccinated. Call 774-627-1226. South Coast Health continues its vaccination clinic at the Liberal Club in the south end of Fall River. Appointments can be made exclusively through the hospital's MyChart application. You can get the latest vaccine information and an updated list of sites in Fall River by visiting our webpage, frmedia.org/COVID vaccine. Elementary school students returned to in-person learning this week in the Fall River Public Schools. For many students, this is the first time in over a year that they've been in a classroom. Schools across Massachusetts welcome back elementary students as part of a mandate by the State Department of Elementary and Secondary Education to begin returning students to the classroom as the state recovers from COVID-19. Assistant Superintendent of Schools Maria Ponce welcomed students back at the Fonseca Elementary School. She says it's great to see students return to an environment that resembles a normal school day. It also provides the school with guidance as the district plans for this fall.
This actually is a good opportunity for us to run through it, work out, because we've had to make major changing in scheduling, staffing, reappropriating staff, etc. So it's a good way for us to run through all of that so that we can prepare for a full return, hopefully, in the fall.
Parents welcomed the return to in-person learning, pointing out challenges faced with remote access to education while crediting teachers and staff with keeping all students safe.
It was very important for me because this is her first year in elementary school, so I wanted her to see what it's really like. It's not just being on the computer, so it was very important for me for her to get in the classroom. One of the biggest challenges was she's in kindergarten, so she doesn't, she's still learning like her alphabet and how to read, so it was really challenging. And also I work from home, so that was the biggest challenge, our schedules, because I have to facilitate classes for my job, and then she would have classes too, so it was a lot of sacrifice on my job part, or maybe she'd miss an assignment.
They were great. They were accommodating. They were able to answer questions and do as best they could in this situation. We've been hybrid this whole year, and any time that we've been in person, they have been very safe, very clean, very paying attention to the details. So I don't have any concerns at this point.
Public school students in middle school and high school are slated to return full-time in person the week of April 26th. Parents at all grade levels still have the option to keep their students at home to learn remotely. Even though the warmer weather is fast approaching, there is still opportunity for local residents in need to apply for fuel assistance through Citizens for Citizens. Executive Director Elizabeth Barabee says due to the pandemic, a moratorium on residential utility shutoffs has been extended through early this summer.
There is actually a moratorium, thank goodness, that no residential client or customer could be shut off of their natural gas or their electricity. And that was slated to end April 1st, and the DPU has just extended that to July 1st. So I think we didn't see the surge that we thought we were going to see because everyone's protected. But as the bills pile up, it can wear on a family or a single person. And we want folks to know that there's still time. Please apply now. We did get an extension as well. So our program usually ends April 30th, and we got an extension to May 28th. So we want folks to actually, I can't say come in because we are closed to the public, but we're doing the phones, we're doing the applications over the phone. And we just recently launched, for the first time ever, an online fuel assistance application. So folks can actually do it at their leisure, whatever time they want. They just go to our website and go to the energy page and fuel assistance, and somewhere in the middle there it says new applicants apply online. And it's also available in different languages, so you can actually have everything translated for you. So I encourage folks to, before the May 28th deadline, please apply. You've got nothing to lose.
You can find out more about the Fuel Assistance Program at Citizens for Citizens by calling 508-679-0041 or by visiting cfcinc.org. Mayor Paul Coogan this week submitted to the City Council an FY 2022 budget for the sewer and water departments. Included is a proposed increase in water and sewer rates, as well as a hike in the stormwater fee. Under the plan, the mayor is proposing to raise sewer rates by 7 cents and water rates by 5 cents. The city is also seeking a $1 increase to the stormwater fee. The mayor says those increases are a placeholder and may be offset by other revenue.
One of the designated expenses from the American Rescue Act is water, sewer, broadband, and whatever else they put in there. It would be my goal to try to find a way to take the American Rescue Act money and offset those increases, and hopefully give our residents some form of relief from those water bills. I'm looking into the best way to do that. If we can put a bunch of that $70+ million into water and sewer without too much of a lift, I think we'll be able to save our residents going forward from those increases, at least hopefully till the money runs out in 2024. But at the same time, just keep a strategic pattern of small incremental increases so that come when the American Rescue money runs out, we haven't gone back. And it's like when they don't raise taxes for all those years, you slip further and further behind. Water is something that's very important, water and sewer to the city and the residents. And if the American Rescue Act gives us the opportunity to save our ratepayers money, that small increase will be offset by that. I can assure you that is something I've said every day since that money came through. So we're working on it on both ends. A small increase, yet some kind of a rate reduction.
Soon, local baseball and softball leagues will resume activity at parks across the city. The Fall River City Council this week, at its Finance Committee meeting, held a discussion on looking at changing city policy that asked leagues to cover the cost of electricity for park lighting. The move began over 10 years ago when the city cut funds for lighting during the Great Recession. Councilor Christopher Peckham believes now is the time for the city's park department to resume to pay for the cost of lighting city ball fields.
We need to address this. I would like the administration to really touch base with the parks and find out what the accurate number, what the actual number is, so we can sit here and have something to work with. Where if it is, like Council President mentioned, $50,000 I think it was, we set aside for the feast. Now, if that money's still sitting there, we can't help the parks. I'm sure there's money somewhere where we can help them out. Just by talking to the presidents and going by and speaking with the people that run these fields, they have no money at all. And I get it, the pole might break, the light might break, but we're talking about taxpayers that pay taxes to do these things in the first place. Then we're going to charge a taxpayer a fee for their kid to play in the league, and then we're going to charge a league to fix city-related items. I just think that needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
The Maplewood Independent Youth Baseball League pays for turning on the lights at Maplewood Park at a cost of approximately $6,000 a year. Secretary Sean Travis told the council that he welcomes the opportunity for the city to pick up the cost of the lighting in conjunction with other city leagues.
I mean, I think the cost of the lights would cost less than $25,000. With the city's budget, I don't see that $25,000 is a big amount to cover the cost of the electricity. I mean, I've heard concerns about use. Maybe you put a cap so that way the leagues don't abuse it. So if our electric bill last year was a certain dollar amount, I don't know how that could be done, but as long as you don't go over that number, maybe the city pays. If we go over that number, then the league has to kick in the difference, so that way there's some checks and balances so that's not abused. And if you come by Maplewood Park in the summer, it's a great atmosphere. Obviously last year was a little difficult with COVID, but it's a great atmosphere. The kids hang out in the park. It's a safe environment with the lights on. I think it's a great experience, and I think it's worth the $25,000 investment or less, not just for our league, but the other organizations.
Mr. Travis says his league has been able to offset the cost of electricity by selling ads displayed on fencing around the fields. His biggest concern is that the city needs to do a better job at maintaining all city fields.
And have a plan in place where every single year you're putting money back. I think the problem the city has is we build things and our maintenance is horrific. We put new things up and we don't maintain them. That's just my personal opinion. I think more needs to be put into to maintain it. Same thing with the lights. The reason those poles are ready to fall, it's because no one's maintained them over the past 50 years. We put them up and never had a plan in place to replace them over time. If you did that, in your budget, it would be very simple. Every year, every 10 years, you replace some poles. And we wouldn't be sitting in the situation that I think we're sitting in now.
We'll have more FRC Media news right after this.
Here Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Inventory Management Specialist, L3 Harris Technologies, located at 275 Martine Street, is looking for a part-time inventory management specialist responsible for the general maintenance and overall organization of the stockroom and warehouse areas and assist management controlling inventory. Job number 147-31819. Dental Assistant, Health First Family Care Center, located at 387 Quarry Street, is in need of a full-time dental assistant to assist the dental assistant supervisor to perform a wide variety of patient oral health care services. Job number 147-29060. Field Service Technician, Redbox is seeking a full-time field service technician to perform and complete Redbox kiosk installation, preventative maintenance, and independently troubleshoot and repair Redbox kiosks on site and remotely in the Fall River area. Job number 147-33776. The Fall River Public School Department, located at 417 Rock Street, is in need of the following full and part-time positions. Summer Program Teacher, job number 147-29907. Summer Program Paraprofessional, job number 147-31897. Amazon Corporate, located at 1180 Innovation Way, also is in need of the following full and part-time positions. IT Manager, job number 147-35725. Warehouse Team Member, job number 147-35570. For more information on these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
The COVID-19 vaccine is here. The distribution of the vaccine is taking place in phases. Soon, everyone will have the opportunity to get vaccinated.
According to the CDC, getting the vaccine helps lower the risk of contracting COVID-19, along with reducing the severity of the virus if you get sick. It also protects your family and community from infection.
After receiving the vaccine, we encourage you to continue to wear your mask, wash your hands, and practice social distancing.
The vaccine is provided free of charge for all Massachusetts residents. Appointments are required.
Find out more about when you can receive the vaccine and schedule an appointment. Visit mass.gov/COVID vaccine or by calling 211.
Protect yourself and those around you.
Stay informed.
Secure your spot and get your shot.
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 Welcome back. Now that the latest COVID stimulus package has passed, the focus of those in Congress is on other measures to help the American people. 4th District Congressman Jake Auchincloss says first up is passing President Biden's $2 trillion infrastructure package announced last week.
There's going to be a number of elements of an infrastructure package. I'll pull out two. One is going to be the FAST Act, the Fixing America's Surface Transportation Infrastructure Act. This is about addressing the backlog that we have for fixing bridges, fixing highways, fixing roads, and investing in transit. And the benefits to Fall River are tremendous here, not just South Coast Rail and continuing to fund that, but also just putting people to work in good paying jobs in fixing our really decrepit civil engineering infrastructure in this country. So I'm excited about that package. And then there's also going to be a water package that we're working on. Combined sewer overflow issues have been a long-term challenge for Fall River, and I'll certainly be working with state and local officials to help provide relief on that front as well.
Also expected before the House are other economic development opportunities and the passage of a higher federal minimum wage.
We can't wait for that bill, though, to be talking about getting people back to good paying jobs. We know that there are growth industries in southeastern Massachusetts that can come roaring back out of this recession. Life sciences manufacturing is a special focus of mine. There is increasing urgency about domesticating our life sciences supply chains. The vaccine manufacturers, the storage and distribution producers, but also medical masks, gowns. There are companies in Fall River doing this. There are companies in Southeastern Mass doing this. And this is going to be a growth industry for years to come. These jobs pay well. And ahead of these infrastructure and appropriations packages in Congress, I'm going to be advocating for jobs in this industry.
Congressman Auchincloss says he hopes these programs can gain bipartisan support, but Democrats will not wait for Republican buy-in to pass these bills.
There is a stark line for me between those Republicans who are here as a serious partner in governance and those Republicans who are giving a standing ovation to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who are voting to decertify election results, who are peddling in conspiracy theories and sedition. Those Republicans are going outside the guardrails of democracy, and the GOP really needs to fix itself and resolve whether it's going to be the party of Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene or whether it's going to be the party of people like Charlie Baker or Mitt Romney or others who are actually really trying to govern. And I'm willing to work with people on the other side of the aisle on issues that affect my constituents and advance their priorities, but I'm not willing to undermine the values of my constituents or their district or this district when it comes to basic constitutional norms.
We'll wrap up FRC Media News right after this.
La vacuna contra el COVID-19 ya está disponible en Massachusetts y su distribución se está haciendo por etapas. Muy pronto, todo el mundo tendrá la oportunidad de vacunarse. De acuerdo a los estudios realizados y las recomendaciones del CDC, vacunarse no solo reduce el riesgo de contraer la enfermedad, sino que disminuye la gravedad de la misma en caso de contagio, además de proteger su familia y a la comunidad en general de la transmisión. Después de recibir la vacuna, todavía tendremos que continuar utilizando mascarillas, mantener el apropiado distanciamiento y lavarnos las manos con frecuencia hasta tanto nuestras autoridades nos den nuevas recomendaciones. La vacuna es gratuita para todos los que vivimos en Massachusetts, pero se requiere hacer una cita para recibirla. Para saber más de cómo hacer tu cita, por favor visite mas.gov/COVID-vaccine o llame al 211. Protéjase y proteja a su familia. Manténgase bien informado. Haga su cita y vacúnese.
Today we have Bandit. Bandit is roughly 2 years old. He's a St. Bernard Pity mix. So Pity rules do apply to him. You do need to own your home. We're saying no kids for him right now just due to his puppy energy. He can get a little bit crazy, but he definitely still has a lot of puppy energy. He is a little bit shy at first, but he does warm up very, very quickly. He really likes his belly rubs. He loves treats, he loves to play. All around a very good boy. He would do well in, an active lifestyle, someone who, can give him lots of time, lots of attention, lots of walks. So if you're interested in meeting Bandit, please come down to Forever Paws Animal Shelter. He would love to meet all you guys and get some more belly rubs. Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today we have Boots. Boots, as you can see, she's a little bit of a lazy bones. She is 11 years old, so I guess she has that right at this point in her life. She does very much like attention, though. As you can see, she's kind of a couch potato, so she'd be the good cat for if you just kind of want to come home, crash on the couch with a nice soft kitty. She would be the cat for you. As far as what kind of home she would be good in, ideally it would be kind of a calmer home. We've gotten the impression over the time that she's been at the shelter that that's sort of what she's used to. So if you'd like to meet Boots, you can come down to 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts at Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
A vacina chegou. A distribuição da vacina vai ser feita em fases. Em breve, todos terão a oportunidade de ser vacinados. De acordo com a CDC, apanhar a vacina ajuda a baixar o risco de contrair o Covid-19, assim como reduzir a gravidade do vírus se ficar doente. Também protege a sua família e a comunidade da infecção. Depois de receber a vacina, encorajamo-lo ao uso de máscara, a lavar as mãos e a praticar distanciamento social. A vacina é oferecida grátis para todos os residentes de Massachusetts. Marcações são exigidas. Saiba quando pode receber a vacina e faça uma marcação. Visite mass.gov/COVID-vaccine ou marque 211 no telefone. Proteja-se a si próprio e aos que estão à sua volta. Informe-se. Reserve a sua vaga e apanhe a injeção.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Please check out our website at frmedia.org for all the latest local news and information, as well as updates on the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.